Breaking news, Arsenal are set to sign Chelsea Academy star Ryan Mako. Fabrizio Romano has reported we are leading the race and that a deal could possibly be done. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about him, what sort of player he is, and what this means for our academy and the likes of Chido Obi-Martin, who are linked to leave the club. But before I do, if you're new here, please smash the subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Make sure to hit that like button right now, it really helps me out. And without further ado, let's begin. So born on the 24th of June 2008, Ryan Mako is 15 years old and he is an England international, played for the under 16s, under 17s and under 18s for England. In terms of at Chelsea, he joined Chelsea when he was quite young and he currently plays for their under 18s, which is 3 years above where he should be playing. So off the basis of that, you can tell he's a quick learner, quick developer. A lot of people around the club at Chelsea say that he's developed and really come through the ranks really well to the point where he can play above his age group. And whilst I was watching this guy and looking at his clips, I know they're only short clips, but the way he receives the ball is just so good. He has a great awareness of the space in and around him. You can tell he's a very intelligent player. He always receives the ball with the purpose of driving or just finding a pass. And he just overall looks really composed in his actions and really assured of himself. See, there's a couple of these clips where he lets the ball just roll across his body, which is just really, really nice. You can tell he has a lot of confidence in his ability and he knows that he has the physical strength to run past players and the athleticism to get away from players as well, which is exactly what you want. Well, in terms of his position, he's mostly known to play as that number 8 or number 10. So I've seen people say that he'll be the replacement for Chido Obi-Martin. That's completely wrong because he doesn't even play in the same position as Chido. He's more of that 8 number 10, which would suggest to me that we are going to finally see Ifan Nwaneri integrated into the first team, which is brilliant news because Ryan will just come into the under 21s and replace Ifan Nwaneri. He's still quite young, so it would probably take him some time to develop in the under 21s, but you've also got Max Dauman as well. So those two can share the workload in the under 21s as Ifan Nwaneri gets promoted or even Lewis Skelly gets promoted. I don't know about you, but when I've seen him receiving the ball in these wide areas, he can also play on the wing as well. There just seems to be a bit of Saka in him. Maybe it's just because he's left-footed, but just the way he's confident with the ball, collects the ball, and he just faces up his opponents. It's just really, really nice to see. And you can tell he has the final ball as well. And that's exactly what you want from a youngster. Somebody that has that final ball. Somebody that is confident in themselves to go one-on-one at the fullback and backs himself every single time. And also one thing that really, really impresses me with him is his ball striking. When he does receive that ball, the power he gets off in his shots is really, really good. There was a goal he scored against Manchester City. I don't have it in the background here, where he just turned in, whipped it top corner. Such confidence with the strike, clean strike into the top corner. And this is what you want to see from the players you sign in those attacking areas. Are you confident to get those shots away? Are you confident that your ball striking is at a high enough ability where you can score goals? And Ryan Mako certainly is at that point where his ball striking is on point. And well, enough about Ryan Mako. I just want to talk about what this means really. I talked about us wanting to sign the Irish lad, Maley, from the Irish League. And it just goes to show that we're now investing in our academy. We know the academy system currently at our club is not good enough. We lose far too many players. I'm looking at Omari Hutchinson. I'm looking at even go further back to the likes of Serge Gnabry. You can't be losing that caliber of player. And of course, Chido Obi-Martin is linked to move away from the club. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But it's good to see the club is finally investing in the youth, because what you want to have is players that know there's a path to the first team and that want to come to your academy to develop because they know they can play first team football, whether that be out on loan, whether that be with the first team and they can be integrated. It doesn't matter. The academy players want a motivation to join the academy, and we kind of have lost that. Look at Omari Hutchinson. He hardly really got a kick for Chelsea, but he went on loan. Chelsea have a really good loan system with their youngsters. He showed what he can do at Ipswich, and now he's linked for a fee of around 25 to 30 million. Chelsea are going to get a lot of that money. I know we have a sell-on clause of some sorts, but Chelsea are going to profit really, really well from selling Omari Hutchinson. And it's a good thing for Omari Hutchinson as well. He's gone out there and shown that he can do it senior football, and now he's going to get a move where he can really, really be a first teamer and a first choice winger. And at Arsenal, I'm afraid that couldn't really be said. We couldn't really guarantee him that he can play in the first team or that there's a loan move on the horizon for him, hence why he left, and we're now losing on around 25 to 30 million pounds. Now on to Chido Obi-Martin. I know there's been reports that he's reportedly wanting to leave the club because of Bayern Munich. I'm not sure that's really true. The agent he has is a hustler. He was also the agent of Bukayo Saka, still is the agent of Bukayo Saka, and they want to get the best financial deal for their players. And Chido Obi-Martin is one of the best strikers in his age range, so they know they can really get a lot of money from different clubs. Bayern Munich have recently just signed another Swedish striker in their academy, so if we were to look at Chido Obi-Martin leaving, it wouldn't be for first team opportunities. It would be 100% for money, because Bayern Munich have already heavily invested in their striker department in their youth setup. So I think he'll stay. He'll definitely stay. Arsenal know how significant losing Chido Obi-Martin would be. Not only that he's a fantastic talent, but the other talents in our academy will see this and be like, how is one of the best strikers this club has seen at youth level being let to leave? There must be no path for any of us. So for me, I hope he stays. We know how good Chido Obi-Martin is. And just for the sake of our academy and just looking good, that we can trust these youngsters, we need these top players to stay. And I'm hopeful that we will see Chido Obi-Martin play in the under-21s and then probably get a couple of minutes in Carabao Cup, FA Cup games next season. He's still only 16, 17 years old, so he's still really young. But still, I do hope he stays, and I do hope that he becomes a really, really important player for this first team. One thing I do want to talk about just before this video ends is in terms of transfer news and what to believe. Really, there's been really nothing in the media, probably like small little stories. But to be fair, we had that major story of Benjamin Sesko staying at RB Leipzig. And to be honest, it looks like Arsenal are really trying to keep a lid on what is happening this summer. It's still early days. The Euros hasn't even kicked off. The transfer window hasn't even opened yet. So to say that we're not active right now would be so far off the mark. I'm surprised we're not going in for the likes of Douglas Luiz, who we seem to have been a big fan of over the years. He seems to be leaving Aston Villa for around 20 million plus 2 players, which I think is an absolute steal for Juventus. But I do think in terms of our transfer plans, we will go for a midfielder, number 8. That is 100% guaranteed. And we'll also see us go for a left winger / a striker. I don't think we're going to get a sole striker. I feel like the striker market is a bit too dry at the minute. But we'll get a left wing who can probably play striker as well in emergency situations. I think we've got our faith in Kai Havertz now, so there isn't really a motivation for us to go and spend big on a striker when we've got this Kai Havertz project with us. He's already showing his quality when he's playing for Germany. Even in those friendlies, you can tell he just looks like a confident player and somebody you want to trust next season to be the number 9. But yeah, Gunners, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed. What's your thoughts on Ryan Mako? He's a decent player, good addition to the academy. Hopefully we can probably get this over the line and he can develop with Hale End. So until next time, peace.